So, real quick, Brian McKnight has been in the fucking on Twitter getting ass ate up real quick. Pause.
Whoa, what's up with you? That's number 2, bro. That's
Yeah,
straight
that
2.
is.
That's straight 2. That sounded disgusting
Yo.
too. That sounded the worst
Yo, shit,
you
I'm
could
sorry.
have possibly said.
But he's been getting killed on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
So, first I'm gonna read this post real quick.
Shit, he got sued too.
Oh, man. Okay. So he made a post real quick. It's his daughter's birthday. It says, "Today we celebrate you Jews on your birthday. Your mom and I couldn't be prouder of you. I couldn't ask for a better daughter than you. Happy birthday to my best daughter ever." Right? Another one of his posts said, you know, "You made me a girl dad." The reason why he's getting talked about in these on Twitter is because he has 3 or 4 other kids. And then, not only that, right? He just had a newborn baby. He named his newborn baby Brian McKnight. He has a son that's already Brian McKnight Jr.
So they got 2 Brians. That's children.
So pretty much he kind of like, you know, nothing to do with his other side.
You ever seen the movie Us?
Yeah.
Basically, that's what happened. They replaced them motherfuckers. Substitution, man.
Got him out of there though.
Got them out of there. Hey, Brian. You know, it's probably more to the story, but this shit sounds horrendous.
Just from the outside looking in.
Outside looking in, this shit sounds disgusting.
Because at one point, you know, like I was even listening, like, you know, he had his kids on his album at one point, you know. He had like them doing when they was babies, and so he looked like at one point he was around. Yeah.
Shit, okay.
And so at one point he seems like he was around, and then something flipped, and now he just pretty much he don't want nothing to do with them kids.
I mean, we done seen this story before. One of your favorite rappers, New York's greatest, 50 Cent, do the same shit with his son too. So I mean, what is?
But see, to me, like even that was the story behind that. You know, he was there, and then you know his son wasn't really rocking him because 50 wasn't rocking with his mom, and so now it's like taking sides. So it's like, all right, cool. Well, if you want to do that, I'm sorry. I mean, you are my kid or whatever, but cool. It is what it is. I feel like that's where like. I even look at it like this way, right? Because my dad wasn't around. But that's like me saying, like right now, that's like if my dad comes and start trying or whatever, that's like me saying, "Nah, you don't fuck with my mom, so fuck you." It's like, that wasn't my situation. That wasn't for me to kind of judge on that. Cause just because you're not rocking with my mom not rocking with you, that means I just can't fuck with you. Unless it was some like estranged shit where like niggas is getting beat up or some shit like that.
Say, but they're humans at the end of the day. So we also got to put into account. Clearly, Brian McKnight is petty. I mean, for you to go that far is absurd.
And you start doing this,
and we know
Instagram
50
shit?
Cent is petty because he going right back at him too. So that's what I'm saying. I understand. Number one, you got to understand they are entitled to feel however they feel.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what efforts they have made to mend those relationships. But the way they handling as these 40, 50-year-old men is disgusting. Come on now, 50.
No, 50, first of all, 50 is beyond petty, but 50 do that with everybody. It don't even matter if his son is his co-worker, if it's, you don't give a fuck about nobody.
So if that's the case, we can't even get mad that your son turned out like that.
We can't.
You see what I'm saying?
We can't. Because obviously he don't fall too far from the tree.
But let me read this article we have here. So following that caption you saw from IG. So Twitter users weren't feeling that post for several reasons. Main one being that, as mentioned, McKnight has a daughter, Brianna, and the post reads as a subliminal jab at her. So that caption you just read about, you making me a girl dad, that was supposedly how people are viewing it, a jab at his daughter, Brianna.
Okay.
Twitter users also called him out again for not including any of his children from previous relationships in his Instagram bio, which currently reads, father of Julia, Jack, Kakoa, Mateo, and Brian, I don't know how to pronounce this stuff, Kanawa Makoa. Number one is
Hawaiian now though.
Number one is it's not that every parent don't got all their kids just name in Instagram. Number one, I don't know what 50-year-olds do on Instagram anyway, so let me stop. They might have, you know what I'm saying?
50-year-olds a little nasty Instagram though. It's not at all.
Anyway, so the R&B singer has been at odds with his 4 children from previous relationships for several years now. He also addressed past backlash, explaining why he is estranged from his children.
Okay.
In 2019, so 4 years ago, he shared a video citing reasons such as them being entitled. I've never, and this is quoted directly from Mr. McKnight, Mr. Back at 1. I've never missed a day of child support. I've never done anything adverse to my children whatsoever. I've always been there. I've always been there with advice, whether they took it or not. I've always been the sounding board, and I've always been the one who had to help them achieve whatever dreams they were wanting to reach out for, he said in the video. His kids, however, have a different interpretation of the situation. In 2019, his son Brian McKnight Jr. spoke out about his father and his disbelief how he could turn his back on both his children and grandchildren. I don't think there is any situation that merits the way my father has chosen to treat my brother, my sisters, and his grandchildren. First of all, we got to start right there. So when you start off with that type of thinking, I don't think there's any situation that merits that. Now we know it's some situation
There's a lot of
going
situations,
on.
though.
We know it's something going on with this child. He probably pulled some bullshit.
There's a lot of situations.
He's trying to play the victim card to the public.
Why would you leave me? I didn't even do nothing. Now you done cursed that man. You done did all types of shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we got to stop right there. So I might be on Mr. McKnight's side. I don't know.
Yeah, all right.
One of which being his firstborn's firstborn son, who also bears our name. So Mr. Brian McKnight Jr. has a son and is also named Brian McKnight.
So you got the third.
He got three.
Now you got 4 of the motherfuckers now.
Brian McKnight Jr. wrote in a lengthy post on Facebook in 2019, "It's insane to me. I have absolutely no empathy for the type of life introduced to us, only to become to resent us for the life that is catching up with us. It breaks my heart, but not for myself. Specifically for my siblings and my children. They don't deserve this at all." Brianna also poured her heart out on Instagram in 2019. She detailed the pain she's experienced over the years because of her father's abandonment. Whew. Alright.
Listen, man. Like you said, there's a lot behind reasons why parents don't fuck with their kids or kids don't fuck with their parents.
Yeah.
There's a lot that could have went behind that. There's a lot that probably is not being said. And from Brian's McKnight's point is probably he's like, you know,
Midnight,
whatever. From his point of view is probably like, you know what? The easiest thing for me to do is not even be involved in that. Easiest thing, yeah, I got a family, whatever, cool, that was that before, I'm on to the next. Mm-hmm. Especially like he said, if I was there at one point, I done paid all of this, I done did everything, and now something happened, yo, let me just live mine.
Yeah.
And then now, because to me, what it's almost like, when he said they feel entitled, so now like, yo, I gotta keep feeding y'all.
Right.
Because, I mean, that was almost like what 50 Cent point was, like, I was helping, but now you start feeling entitled, like, I need more. Like, when you know his son was like, yo, that's not enough.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get me wrong. Of course, like, you know, for me, if I have money, or whatever, I would never want my kids to like feed whatever. But it's like you're not entitled to that money necessarily.
Correct. I agree.
You know, like I can't tell my mom whatever money she's making. I'm entitled to that money. You have to give me that.
Correct. I mean, but is that coming from a place of that's how you introduced them to money? Is that I'm rich, so y'all can have whatever y'all want?
That's
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's another thing.
Spoiled rich kids, man. Y'all heard fucking Frank Ocean, Channel Orange, Super Rich Kid, but that's none of my business, man. Shout out to the GOAT.
But I mean, look at how, or did he? We gotta see both sides because he could have did like, you know how Shaq did. Shaq always told he always say, I tell my kids I'm rich, you're not. So you got to go out and do something.
Right, and I'm from the outside, I got a great relationship with him.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? So, but that's my thing. So I think. I mean, they're humans, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I know it's kids, I know it's blood relatives.
Yeah, of course.
They're humans, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. When shit like that, when money gets involved, when relationship gets involved, that's the first thing that's going, you know what I'm saying, send people in their own directions because people see things differently, type shit. But now we got to add some other shit to the mix. Cause
hold on. I just took a glance over there and I don't
Mr. Midnight clearly is on some bullshit. I don't know what they got going. So, Brian McKnight lawsuit exposes alleged incest slander involving his estranged daughter.
First of all, that headline sounds nuts.
So I'm going to try to run through this rather quickly. So, Brian McKnight has settled a lawsuit from his estranged daughter Brianna over claims he maliciously defamed her on social media by lying about her having an affair with her own cousin, Mr. McKnight. This is wildin'.
Yo, see, that's what's wrong with them petty 50-year-olds, dog.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. In her suit, Brianna claimed the issue started in 2019 when she decided to share the post I referred to earlier about how tough it was growing up with an absent father. Though she alleged didn't even have a clue as to who he was, McKnight responded by publicly stating that Brianna was a promiscuous and incestuous minor, and thereby he hoped undermining Brianna's credibility regarding a post that did not even identify him. His post reportedly said, and unfortunately along the way, a couple years ago, I caught wind that there was an older cousin who was above 18 who was quite possibly having sex with her.
First of all, that's nasty to post on the gram about your daughter. First of all, that's nasty as shit, dog. Come on, son.
He also reportedly alleged that Brianna's mother, see, there we go, what you was talking about when that's what I'm saying, the mom gets involved. Brianna's mother, who had an affair while he was married to someone else, only had a child with him for money in the first place. Okay, so there we go. There it is. They beefing over money. They beefing over money, and it looks like he just tried to find a way to cut that part of his life out the way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He don't love him, clearly.
Not at all.
You cannot love somebody be doing this type of shit.
Back at one.
He started from scratch in real life. He was not lying in them lyrics.
Anytime.
Yeah, McKnight. I mean, I was rocking with you when I heard what the son said, and you might be right about him. But Brianna, I don't know.
Here's the thing: whether she did it or not, you can't post that.
That's some fuck shit, bro.
Yeah, you can't post that. That's
some bullshit. That's some straight up bullshit.
You can't do that shit, dog. Whether it happened or not, bro, that's your daughter. You can't do that shit. You can't do that shit, bro. You might not like her. Call her on the phone and say, like, you nasty motherfucker. You can do all of that shit, but don't post that shit.
I'm not gonna try to embarrass my child in that way. That's some nasty shit. That's some foul shit to say.
Yo, that's crazy. That's insane, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't care whether I could have a kid that I'll never speak to again in my life, but I would never do that.
You could have just stopped at calling. She's a hoe. Right, she's a hoe. She sleep with people for money. Her mama is a hoe too.
Yeah,
that's okay. That would have even been bad. But you doing this fucking a cousin?
Yo, y'all got an older cousin that you was possibly having sex with. Whoa! What the fuck? Yo, you are bugging. What? Excuse me?
What's wrong with you, dog?
You
Brian McNasty McKnight is a nasty
Brian
old
nasty
man.
Dog.
Nasty old man. Shame on Mr. McKnight.
Like? Nothing. Okay.
She might be a hoe.
Yeah,
she might be a little promiscuous. I'm joking. I apologize, bro. Brianna.
Please, oh shit. Don't get canceled for that shit, dog. Actually, I hope this goes up for that.
I apologize, man. Yeah, Brian McKnight, get the fuck out of here, dog. You can't, I mean, that's all the other shit is whatever. I don't know the relationship, but you throwing some shit in like that, come on, dog. And then this nigga just in every picture smiling like he's just
he's living a great life, dog. Yeah, he's living a great life right now, bro. That man went and married see, and you know what happened? What his new wife look like? She black?
Of course not. Oh. That's what the whole thing was. See? It was like he don't like his black family.
That's
A lot more pale on this side.
Man, see?
He liked the way they treat him. A lot more submissive. Probably don't speak English that well. They can't able 2 words. You know what I'm saying? He get peace in the house.
Yeah, you do. Hey.
I mean,
when I say jump, she asks how high.
Right.
Ooh.
They say
he can hoop though.
Yeah, I heard he got.
Yeah, I heard he got. Yeah.
So I give him extra points.
But still,
it's not enough.
It's not enough.
The jump shot ain't enough.
It's not. Oh, but you know what? He liked the white, so that's why he can shoot. Yeah. You see? Yeah. That's different.
Who the fuck is this? Leilani? I don't know. She might be Hawaiian or some shit.
Yeah, that's what that looks
Mendoza.
like.
Oh, what is she?
Fucking both. She might be like Spanish from Hawaii.
Man, they don't mind know the fuck this lady is. They just got a bunch of pictures.
I mean, after all them names like Mateo and all of that, if his children, that sounds more of that side.
Mateo.
I mean, listen, man, Brian.
Yeah.
You too old to be doing that shit, bro.
You getting the nasty spotlight this week, man.
Yeah,
we gotta put you in a blender.
You're fucking disgusting, bro.
You're a nasty motherfucker, dog.
Yeah. But at first, for a second, reading that headline, I thought it was incest with him and his daughter.
Y'all ain't know.
I was like, yo,
y'all whole shit was spooky to begin with.
Yeah, I was like,
look pretty good.
That she look alright. Yeah, her head big as fuck, but I mean,
what is previous wife?
it looked like the daughter.
Oh, she went back in. It do like that.
Yeah,
well,
you know what I'm saying?
McKnight.
And maybe she told that nigga about himself too many times.
Probably gave him a piece of her mind a few times.
Motherfucker.